What's going on, Fast Turn Radio watchers, listeners, replay catchers, gompers? What's up, man? My goodness, we are dead in the heart of Q4, and I am feeling every last bit of it. Had a good little pre-show talk for about 5 or 10 minutes with some of the people just in the chat room, and they threw out some questions that I am going to cover tonight. Give you some of my own thoughts, just kind of get you caught up on where I'm at and how my business looks, which all of us run a different business, okay? Perspective is everything. I talked to Michael Flanagan a little bit about this, where we were talking at like maybe, I don't know, 2 o'clock today, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and he was, hopefully Mike doesn't mind me sharing, he was a little over $1,000 for the day. He's like, wow, I'm having a really good day. And, you know, Mike works on really high margins, so let me put that out there first. So his $1,000 day is not the same as my $1,000 day, or, you know, even during the day. But he said, you know, I'm over 1,000, having a really good day. I went, man, I'm at 1,200, and I'm really kind of upset with where my day is. So as we talk about numbers, one, you know, I'm not going to talk about profit. You should know your business. You should know your own profit. You should know your margins. I throw mine out there. They run between 15 and 20%. After everything is all said and done, that's what goes in my pocket. It's basically about 20% off the top. And then, you know, it comes down to about 15 after I pay all business expenses and I don't know, office supplies and payroll and all that crap. So just, anyway, you guys should know your own profit margins. I'm not going to talk about that, but I will talk about numbers. And so keep it in mind, keep the perspective in mind. You know, you may not have as much inventory. You may have a lot more inventory. So you may hear my numbers and go, man, that's kind of pathetic, but you have a whole lot more stuff in, and you've worked a whole lot harder than I have, and you deserve the accolades for those great numbers. Or you may go, oh my God, those are amazing, and I'm only doing, you know, $500 or $1,000 a day, and you're doing $3,000, and you're upset about it. Well, I have so much cash tied up that I should be doing better than $1,000 a day. If I'm doing $1,000 a day right now, I'm losing my butt. It's just the way it is. King Monkey has joined us. Jay Bain, what's up, man? And I already see Michael Flanagan in the crowd. Craig Burrow. Shout out to Sarah. Is that Sarah? Is that actually Sarah in here? Or is that Mindy dressed as Sarah or portraying Sarah? Anyway, Donnie Kreider, what's up, man? Lots of big names in the house. Up to 45 people in the heart of Q4. 30 minutes before showtime, I put out the post that I was even going to have a show, and a lot of big names joining us, and got 47 people live. That's outstanding. So thank you, everybody who's joined us. But anyway, so as we talk about numbers, please just keep in mind your own business and what point you're at, and do not compare yourself to me or to others, but just I throw it out there just so you guys kind of see where I'm at. So 3 years into this business, literally hundreds of thousands of dollars that I've spent over those 3 years, and this is where it's you know, I'll show you where it's all culminated. We got Matt Kelly in the house. We're talking about somebody putting up some numbers, and Harvey Spectre for that matter. Hopefully they will be willing to. There we go. We'll get some people muted. Hopefully they'll be willing to allow me to share their numbers, or even better, come on camera and share their numbers themselves, because I am going to cover my Cyber Monday and Black Friday and a few of the days in between. Some of the things that I've done to boost sales, and you'll see some of it when I go over the numbers. We'll talk about MCF, the good, the bad, the ugly of MCF, which I've gotten to know very well. You're my first Zoom since I got internet. Jay Bain, all right, man, you're in the new house then. That's right. So I guess you got new internet at the new house. Fantastic, man. Congratulations. Jay Bain built a house that I am completely jealous of. Swimming pool, huge, everything. It's a Texas size house. It's amazing. And 2 weeks without internet sounds just straight up painful, especially this time of year. Oh my God, just shoot me. I don't know what to make of that. Goose is in the house. And Jay says, along with a Texas size mortgage. Well, yeah, there is that part. That part I'm not so jealous about. You can have the mortgage, but no, congratulations, my friend. That's awesome. Truly, I know it's an impressive house. I know it's your dream home, and I couldn't be happier for you. So kudos to you and your family for making the transition and doing what you needed to do to get your dream house. Awesome job. All right. So here we are, Q4. And I literally worked from about 8 o'clock this morning, went to sleep at 1 o'clock last night, got up at 8 o'clock this morning, worked from 8 o'clock until 7:30 when UPS showed up. I did take about an hour to go pick up my kids from school. But other than that, it's been straight work. I had a slice of pizza before dinner tonight. So that was like my breakfast and lunch. Yesterday, I had a cup of yogurt before we ordered the pizza that night. So I'm eating about, 300 calories during the day than my wife actually makes me eat at night. Somebody asked about sleep. I'm getting sleep somewhere around, anywhere from about 6 to 7 hours a night, which is actually pretty solid. I'm telling you, I feel pretty well rested until this time of night. This is when it starts to hit me 8, 9 o'clock. I'm not like Goose. I tried to pull an all-nighter the other night because I just had some stuff that I absolutely had to get out. So I had to clean the garage so that I could empty the trailer so I could pack the stuff. And oh my God, by like midnight, I was done. I was toast. I tried. I couldn't keep up. Leron, what's up, man? And Joe Finn. You guys don't know, but I talked a little bit about Joe already. He was the one I had a conversation with that said, hey, I don't know about paying people. I'll tell you right now, I'm happy to pay people. I am happy to pay my Packers. They are priceless. Don't tell them that because then they'll want to raise. But they are very good, and it has freed me up to do quite a bit. I've actually managed to to spend all my money for the first time. Oh, there we go. I've actually managed to spend all my money for the first time this year. I'm down. I got a couple $1,000s in the bank, but dude, that's like my cushion just in case there's something I forgot about and money needs to clear. That's got to sit there. Did find a little bit of money in my PayPal account, so I transferred that. So I will be back in action when that hits. I could have used my PayPal debit, but I decided to go ahead and transfer it into my bank account to help keep bookkeeping straight. So I have a little bit of money to hit, but to hit the stores on Thursday. You can tell my mind's just kind of going 800 different directions. So, all right, let's talk about one of the first questions that came in is, when do you stop sending toys? Here we are, Q4. Everybody's push. You got the Target 20% coupons. Hopefully you guys got your coupons. So you got those and a lot of that's going to go towards toys. Mindy, what's up, man? You got just deals. I told you earlier in the year, as Q4 started, I said the winners will emerge. You just got to be patient. It's okay to speculate on some things. Some things have a track record. There's a couple items that I'm selling that I started buying in October when I saw them sitting on the shelf because I knew from past years' experience, these things are going to be good. Okay. So it was just kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, it's October. They're going to be really hard to find in November and almost impossible in December. I'm going to start buying them now. And even then, I only have maybe 5 of one, 10 of another. I mean, these are things that are hard to find anytime. So when I started seeing them, I started scooping them up. With that being said, when do you stop sending toys? All right, well, it's not right now. Right now is killer time for toys. Whether it is just straight up off the shelf, Walmart, Target, Toys R Us, BJ's, Costco, Sam's Club, wherever you're sourcing just the normal big chain box store type places, there's a ton of money to be had in all those places, okay? So you want to be pushing really hard right now and buy that stuff and turn around and get it sent in. Do not let it sit. That's the one thing, being out of money, that I was able to do was stop spending money and time in the stores, and I've cleared out the garage. Everything is actually packed. I've got like 6 things to go. So at least everything is going out. Diana said, there's a Target coupon? Yes, there is. If you had spent $75 or more on Black Friday in Target, you received a coupon that is good for, December 4th, I think, through, I don't know. Anyone know when it's good through? I don't have it in front of me. So yeah, there was a Target coupon Edie says you can buy them on eBay. So there you go. There's another option. If you missed your opportunity in the store, just go buy it on eBay. So good tip from Edie. Thank you. So anyway, you push toys right now. You want to push them hard. But when do you stop? Okay, here's me. Everyone's going to have a different answer. I'm watching my lead times. I'm seeing what's happening, and I am comfortable pushing toys until about the 11th. Okay, the stuff that I expect to sell for Christmas, I will ship until the 11th, because what I'm seeing is about 7-day lead times. So if I ship on, and that's a Friday, so if I ship on the 11th, they should be live by the 18th. That gives me a good 3 to 5 days. Well, no, yeah, about 5 days till the 23rd. Call it the 22nd. Yes, you can get 1 day shipping on the 23rd, but really the 22nd is going to be your last, big day. Now that's Christmas specific items. All right. If it's not Christmas specific, you don't want to just have your business stop. I mean, you want to keep sending things that you know are going to sell beyond Christmas, but that's kind of the transition point. And that was something else a couple people asked is, when do you transition and what do you start to sell for Q1? Well, first of all, if you can buy toys, say with the target 20% off, if you can start to drive down some prices, use some stacking methods and get your prices to where, say, it's half of regular retail, that's a safe toy to buy pretty much anytime, because you can sell it at retail price and make money on it. Okay. So it's not that you just stop sending toys, but if you're going to buy toys specifically to sell over retail price, then you have to stop, in my opinion, between the 11th. And if you really want to push it and you're right next to a fulfillment center, if you want to push it till the 18th, you can. If you think those things will be live by the 20th, for me, that's not the case. For me, it's somewhere between the 11th, maybe the 14th, which would be that following Monday, but it's right in that neighborhood, because over retail stuff, to me, has to be sold by Christmas. Now, if you came in and you bought well and you can sell at retail and still make money, that's cool. Keep sending toys, keep buying those toys. There's no problem with that whatsoever. And for Q1, toys is my biggest seller. We'll look at the numbers in just a minute, but toys overall this year, and this does not count last Q4, right? Just this year to date, toys has been my biggest seller. That's not necessarily by design, but it's not by mistake either. When I find a good deal on toys, or I am able to stack some discounts and coupons and Kohl's Cash and whatever else, I buy those toys and I send them in and I make money on them all year long. It's just you have an abundance this time of year of opportunity in toys. So, hopefully we're clear on that. Will Pie Face sell after Christmas? Yeah, Pie Face. I can't figure out Pie Face. If there's a way to screw up Pie Face, I've figured it out. I have sold too early. I've sent too late. I don't know. I still have faith in Pie Face. Even with 550 sellers, I think over the next 3 weeks, people are going to blow through inventory because you can't find it in stores anymore. I don't know. There are going to be exceptions, of course, where people go, well, every store I go into has them. Well, apparently you don't have a reseller in your area, or you are the only reseller in your area, because it's just it's hard to find. So to me, you're going to recover. And Siva, I'm sorry, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but anyway, says Walmart is going to have stock this week. Really? Because I think that's a pretty I think that's pretty hard to say for sure. Okay, Walmart doesn't know when they're getting the stuff, but I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere. So anyway, do what you want with Pie Face. Will it sell after Christmas? Probably. It'll probably sell right up until there's an abundance in the stores again. Found 5 Pie Face and 30 Walmarts this weekend. Yeah, Donnie, that's kind of what I'm seeing, man. Yeah, Amazon will get more. Amazon will sell out quickly when they do. So, I've got about 100 of them in there right now. I think I'm good with that. Target does not seem to have many. Anyway, this is not a pie face episode, but you get the idea. Because it's not just pie face. It's a lot of that stuff. A lot of the exclusives, not that pie face is exclusive, but you're seeing these products that are hard to find. These are the ones that I was buying back in October, knowing what was coming. And then, as Harvey Spectre puts it, those have started to pop. All right. One of mine popped today. It went from, that $20 is where I bought it, and finally it hit 40. And that's what I had a price for. I said, this thing is 40, may hit 50, but I'm good selling at least most of my stock at 40. I might bump up the price on a couple of them. It's not like as soon as I get in the buy box, I sell 300 of them. It's not that kind of product. It's you get the buy box, you sell one or two, and then other people get the buy box and it comes back around. So you're selling 4 or 5 a day. I'm cool with that. But those are the products that there are all kinds of opportunities out there. You're seeing across the board. I don't want to name too many products because, I don't know who's on what. I don't want people to get upset or whatever. But there are lines of toys that are doing great right now. Look at some of the movies that have come out recently. Think about that when you're walking through the store. What's popular? And you look. Dude, there are items that I'm scanning every day that are 20 selling for 40, 20 selling for 35, 10 selling for 25, 10 for 30. I mean, and it's just going to continue to go up. I will say this year has been slower to boom than last year was. That's my observation. Now, you may see it differently, but for the items that I'm on, it has taken longer to hit those prices. And my advent calendars, I still have all of them that I sent in. I have not sold a single advent calendar because the price is awful. It's people either bought better than I did, they're willing to sell lower than I am, or there's just more people and they freaked out and decided to sell at whatever price they can. But, Star Wars advent calendar has hit a high of like 65. That's crazy. Last year it was up to 80 and selling consistently around the $70 mark. I have sold some toys. Like I sold a bunch of the Shopkins ice cream trucks that I had in stock today. I just decided, $30 when I paid $15, I'll take it. And, I also noticed fees are a little bit higher. In the past, I would have told you 15 for 30 will return about $7. Now, with the fee structure and what Amazon has, I'm actually going to make about $5 a piece on them. And then it costs me, 50 cents to send in, whatever. So, okay, I'm making $4.50. But I was okay with that. I was ready to clear some space, free up some capital. I got a payout coming on Monday that is going to be huge. That's going to be my last one for Christmas specific items. So, decided to cash out a little bit, kind of like I did with Pie Face a couple weeks ago, right before it took off. Anyhow, I am seeing a slow start to sales, though. By this time last year, I swear I was rocking, and it was just insane. Michael said, I heard the Star Wars movie stuff might do well. Yeah, some of it, some of the movie stuff is doing great. Some of it is awful. Same thing. If you see it in every store you go into, probably not going to be a good buy. But there are some that are very hard to find, and when you see them, you go, "Wow, I've never seen that before." Yeah, those are the ones you check. That's why I told you early in Q4, go to the store every day. Even if you're not buying, just go. See what's there. Become so familiar with your store that when something odd just showed up, or even a couple of stores. I have two Walmarts that are within about 20 minutes of me. So unfortunately, they're in opposite directions, but I spent a fair amount of time in both of those, just kind of getting to know the layout, understanding when or what was in stock and what looked a little bit different. And then, lo and behold, a product popped. Again, I love that phrase. That's just awesome because that's what happens. It's like, boom, that one popped and the price shoots up. Well, I saw something pop the other night and that's when I said I'm pulling the all-nighter because I said, all right, I got to go to a Walmart up here because I know they have an end cap, and I got to go to a Walmart over there because I know they have a full display. I knew off the top of my head exactly where those products were and what I wanted to get from them. Now, one, I got there and the end cap was there and I got 27 and I was happy. Went to the other, the display was gone. Not so happy. You know, that is my local Walmart I go into every day. I've been watching this thing, just waiting to see if the price actually did what I thought it would do. Didn't want to speculate though. As soon as I saw it pop, went to get it and it was gone. It was there the day before, maybe 2 days before, and then it was just gone. I was brokenhearted, but that's the way this stuff goes. I do think if you are patient over the next 2 to 3 weeks, you are going to be very happy. If you are not patient, you're going to make a little bit of money, and then you're going to be very unhappy or frustrated when you see the prices on some of these items that you sold. Just like me with the pie face, when I sold it at 28, and then 4 days later it was at 45. Yeah, that hurt a little bit. Okay, and if you sell and lower your prices now, I think that's what's going to happen. It's up to you though. You know your business. You know what your cash flow looks like, where you want to put your money at. Do what you need to, okay? But I truly think it's just a slower start to the year, and it is going to pick up. It's just going to be this weekend and beyond. This first week is just a little slow, guys. That's at least what I've seen so far. Critland says, still afraid to buy at retail prices and sell over retail. Do not be afraid of it. Oh, Leron said the potato head at 59. Oh, see, I sold all my tater heads at 40. There you go. I didn't hold out. It happens. It happens. Leron said 45 for me, but just sent in 2 more. Awesome, Leron. Yeah, that was a Leron flip. He sent that one to me, so thank you, sir. Amazing that someone buys a tater head for $59. You betcha. That never ceases to amaze me. The prices people pay, it's insane. All right. So just to recap, because the question was, when do I stop sending toys? And I went kind of on a rant. But you stop sending toys, I would say, around the 11th, maybe the 14th. Transition for Q1. If you can get toys at a good deal, still send those toys. But start to look at home goods. Remember, Valentine's Day is coming up. That's really not that far away. It's February 14th, so you want to have that stock in place by February 1st to start catching those sales. Even earlier, a week earlier would be great if you can do it. But that's what I'm going to start looking at. Definitely hit the clearance racks after Christmas. For 2 years now, I've told you guys, go to places like Kroger after Christmas because they stock up on toys just like everybody does, and then on January 1st or even on December 26th, they go, oh my God, we got all these toys and Christmas is over. What are we going to do? They slash prices because they are grocery stores. They are not toy stores. They get rid of that stuff at ridiculous prices. And, if you're in a position to where you can go, I'll take all of it if you give it to me at half off, don't be afraid to ask for that, okay? Those opportunities are there. I told a store the other day, price was good on something that I wanted, but I needed great to feel safe taking 100 units. Okay, so I said, look, guys, I see you got some over here, you got some over there, you got it in the overheads. You're just drowning in this stuff. Let me help you. I want to take it all. I will take every single one that you have in the store, but I need to get about a 33% discount is essentially what it came down to. I said, I need these at about 2/3 of what you're selling now. And they said, no, we can't do it. I said, all right, no hard feelings, but if you want to eat up all that space with this meh product, cool. If you want to give it to me at a good price, I'll take it off your hands. They said, no, I'm okay with that. But I wasn't afraid to ask. When you see this clearance stuff, it's okay to do the same thing. And if they tell you no, it's okay. They're not going to be mad at you. And, they may just say yes. So don't be afraid to ask for a deal. If I take all of these dolls, all of these guns, all of these whatevers, you don't have to take the entire clearance section, but you can say, I'm going to take all of this one product. If you can do just a little bit better, you never know, you might find a deal. So that's the kind of stuff I'm going to do as we transition into Q1. Hit some of the, some of the discount places, start to get back into grocery more. I do wholesale grocery during the Q4. I actually do wholesale grocery all year, but Grocery it has its place all year long. It's my second best selling product, I believe. So some of them that's kind of the transition is start to look for home goods, grocery, toys that you got at a good discount, health and personal care. People always need toothpaste, right? So that covers that. And the peak, peak of the season. Like I said, I think we're still a couple weeks away from that. Somewhere between the 10th and the 15th, I think is when you're really going to see these things take off. So if you sell now, you might be a little disappointed, but depending on your payouts, you may have to do it. So you just got to weigh the pros and cons yourself of waiting it out. And you know what happens if you're wrong. How deep you are in the product matters also. If you've got 1,000 units, you probably can't sit around and just wait. But definitely keep sending stuff in. Michael Flanagan brought this up. If you don't have any inventory in January, you will not have sales in January. Now, I have said several times that my plan is to sell everything in my inventory and have zero on hand January 1st. I don't know that that's going to happen. I'm fairly confident it will not. It's just not feasible. But that is kind of what I try to do. I do really clear out a lot of my inventory because if there is a time that something is going to sell, it's now. Outside of maybe bathing suits, pretty much everything sells better now than it will 2 months, 6 months from now. So if you want to get rid of stuff, this is the time to clean out the closet. And that's what I use a lot of this for. So yeah, I'll have big spikes in my numbers. It may not be huge profits, but it is just recouping my money. And remember, now we're kind of on that 6-month long-term storage fee. Sorry. Harvey said Goose really unloaded this morning. Yes, he did. Goose had a fire sale that he didn't know that he was having. And wow.
No.
It was almost, what's going on, Goose? Dude, your prices were almost so good. I thought about buying you out to flip it, just so you know.
Oh, shut up, man. I'm so pissed right now, man. I'm telling you, I'm still pissed right now. Oh, my God. Well, I want to share this, man. Other people might benefit from this fire sale or so forth. I mean, it happened to Harvey last year, but I did what I could, man. I fixed it. So what happened was the item that we bought was really good sales spring and everything, and it sold quick. But then in the past, 3 days, the price just skyrocketed, right?
It popped.
The price just skyrocketed, and I was out. And then I had a couple boxes sent to the warehouse on the way there. And 2 days ago, we were like, okay, this is getting better price right now. So I priced it up. I went to App Eagle. I priced my min. I set my min to the price that I wanted. But the damn thing didn't reprice well. So this morning, when it finally got into the warehouse and finally went live, the price referred back to the price that I had before I ran out. Oh my God!
Yeah, man.
70 units gone in 1 hour, man.
How many in an hour? 70?
72, I think. I did my final calculation. 72 in 1 hour.
Oh man!
And literally, I counted. That was like $1,200 I pissed away, man. And you,
oh man,
you have the audacity to say, "Well, I'm gonna put Goose on this." Oh my God, I hate you.
Yeah, man, I should have flipped those. Yeah, see, I didn't see it until they had about 19 left, and I was like, "Oh wow, Goose is giving this stuff away. That's nice of him." But yeah, that's actually a good point, man. If you guys are sending in products, because say Pie Face, that's one that I sold at $34, right? And I think $34.95 was the last group that I had to go out. Well, I sent more in, and I didn't think about it, but I needed to change manually in Seller Central what my new price would be. And I sold like 8 units, kind of the same thing, but it was only 8, not 72. That sold at $34.95 or whatever the case was. And it just reminded me that, yeah, you got to, if you're sending in inventory that is sold out, go into Seller Central, even if you have a repricer, and change those prices to what you want, okay? Don't wait on App Eagle or any other repricer to take care of that for you. If it is a hot item, where you may not have the opportunity to fix a mistake once it goes live, like Goose got caught with his pants down, just straight up got blasted. Change that stuff while it's on its way to the warehouse. As soon as you list it and you send more, change that price. I don't care if you use Inventory Lab or Scan Power or whatever repricer, forget all that stuff. Go into Seller Central and manually change those prices as soon as you ship that box. All right. So just keep that. That's kind of my tip. And Goose, thank you for the reminder on that, man.
Yeah, man. I did.
Yeah,
I'll put a ticket with App Eagle. So I don't know what they're saying, but I think it's not going to be.
I think they need to give you a year of free service.
I know, right? It's bullshit, man. It's just
seriously. I would straight up ask them for a year of free service. Say you guys cost me $1,200 because your program did not do what it was supposed to do. I'm not asking for a refund, but I want a year of free service from App Eagle to make up for the mistake that your program made. That'd be my approach. What are they going to do? Say no? So, all right, Goose, you're kind of froze up on us, man. So I'm going to take you off.
I set up a phone call. I think they might be calling me tomorrow. All right, man.
All right, man. Yeah, your video is just getting choppy on us, but I do appreciate you coming on. And, suck down that sriracha in the soy sauce and keep the engine going, buddy. Goose is a monster. The man just lives on no sleep whatsoever. It's amazing. All right. So I am going to show you any question. I'm sorry. I kind of, when I start talking to people, I lose track of the chat altogether. But Leron said, Goose, any other good deals coming up? Yeah. We just need to start watching Goose's store and see when he has the blue light on. Start flipping. Oh, man. All right. Donnie says, any quantity over 20 should be manually checked in Seller Central Seller Central at delivery. I'm not sure what that means, Donnie. Sorry. Not quite catching what you're trying to say. Okay. Numbers. Let's get into some numbers. Unless Harvey, I saw your camera on, man. If you want to come on, you're welcome to. But otherwise, we're going to talk about the road to 500K and just some of the not that one. Some of the past days that we've had. What our year to date looks like, whether or not we're actually going to hit 500K. I think we will, but who knows? And what the Zoom is maxed out at. Okay, KIB just shot me a message saying the Zoom is maxed out at 50. I'm supposed to have 100. Oh, I bet you Chris changed my account when he was doing that. Oh man, I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Chris and I share a Zoom account, and he did something for the fundraiser. I bet you he changed my limit. I will have that fixed for next week. Unbelievable. I am so sorry, guys. Everybody here live is hearing that, but I had no idea. Oh, that stinks. So, okay. Good to know for next week. I don't think I can do anything about it now during this meeting. I will fix it immediately after the meeting's over. All right. Man, that stinks. Maxed out at 50. That is just not right. Okay, let's get into some of the number stuff. You check real quick, make sure there's nothing incriminating. Well, we do have some interesting stuff to talk about here. All right, can everybody see my screen? Hopefully you can. If not, please shout at me, but otherwise I'm going to assume you can. All right. There we go. I'm not going to talk anymore about the repricer. Hopefully somebody can answer Siva's question. All right. Road to 500K and what's going on. All right. Here is something you don't normally see from me. Pending unshipped orders, right? Because I don't MF. It is just not my thing. I don't like to pack my own shipments. I don't do eBay. But this time of year, there are some interesting opportunities that you have. And something that I experienced was I sent in a large quantity on a listing that looked good. When I sent it in, price was right around 3x of what I paid. Sellers were maybe 20, and I was happy. Well, since then, about 30 sellers total are on the listing now. The price is down to barely above a 2x, and this is an oversized item. So 2x on oversized doesn't really work too well with the additional pick and pack fees and the inbound shipping. So I like to play more around that 3x on oversized. So, but I'm at 2x. 50% more sellers came in on it, and though the rank is good, it's not that good. Okay, so I started looking around and talked to somebody. Actually, they brought it to my attention. I did a little more looking after they did, and found out there were other listings for this exact same product, right? So here I am stuck on the bad. Here I am stuck on the bad listing. Harvey said Matt likes 1.5 times on OS. Harvey gives Matt and me a hard time about our choices of oversized products, but whatever. So anyway, so I found these better listings, but I've got all this inventory sitting on what I consider now to be a bad listing, right? So Jay, thanks for joining us, man. He's got to go take care of the little ones. So what do you do? Well, my solution was I'm just going to MCF to these others because they are way above 3x. I mean, they are fantastic listings, very few sellers. I mean, like 5, 6 sellers, and decent rank, not as good as the one I'm on, but who cares? There's almost nobody selling on the thing, and the price is so much higher. So I said, okay, I'm going to merchant fulfill these from one to the other. Even with the MCF fees, I'm making about $7 more per sale than I would on the regular one. So it's worth a little bit of extra effort. But I will say this, it is some effort. It's a lot of tracking with the paperwork. I started MCFing these orders, and one thing I didn't realize is even if you choose 2-day expedited shipping on your MCF, you can't necessarily order today and expect Amazon to ship today. So I had orders that came in yesterday. Oh yeah, it's absolutely okay to do that, because what you're doing is you're just going to set up a merchant fulfilled listing, or you're going to sell merchant fulfilled on that other listing, and then you just tell Amazon when the order comes in, I want you to send the product from my inventory here to that person over there. It doesn't matter where the sale comes from. It can be on eBay. It could be on any of the platforms, Jed or what's the big one, Rakuten. It could be any sales channel. It could be your own website. It doesn't matter where the sale comes from. You just turn around and have it go off. And no, the fees aren't any higher. No higher at all. It's the same fees. Now I do pay when somebody buys on my Amazon MF listing that I have to MCF to. I am going to pay the 15% to Amazon. All right. So they do get 15%, but so wouldn't eBay. If I sell it on eBay, I'm going to pay PayPal and eBay fees. So there is a little bit of a fee, but it's not because you're MCFing. It's because you've sold on Amazon. You sold a product on Amazon. So yeah, I just MCF'd over to there. So the order comes in on my MF listing, and I take from my FBA listing, which I am priced way high on, and I send it off. And so what I'm selling at, say, $35 over here, I'm selling for $50 over there. That's more than enough to cover my MF fees. It's costing me about $15 in MCF fees. Now that's pick and pack and shipping. That's all going to come out of your normal, if somebody buys FBA anyway, that's all part of that. So, I mean, it's just an incredible opportunity. Now, yeah, raise your price high on your FBA because you don't want to sell out of those. Good point, Leron. And already got some value. Donnie already got some value from me. Cool, Donnie. Glad I could help you, buddy. So yeah, you want to make sure you're high on your FBA, or you can even deactivate the listing and still MCF if you chose to do that. Now, I want the listing active. I don't know that I really need it, but that's just what I do. but make sure you put those orders in the same day. So I got orders on December 1st that I didn't actually put in my MCF order until December 2nd, thinking, hey, if I put it in this morning and I get 2-day expedited shipping, Amazon will ship today. Some of those they're not shipping until tomorrow. So I might get my hand slapped a little from missing some ship dates. That was a mistake. That was a learning issue for me. I thought if I put my order in today, Amazon would ship today. No, not the case. They ship next day for 2 days. So everything will arrive in the promised time frame, but I may not get credit for shipping on time. So I might have blown it. Anita says, I thought you can MCF, but the FBA price must be lower. Again, at least on eBay, that's what I have to do. Your Amazon price is supposed to be the lowest, but keep in mind, yes, it's the same product, but it's 2 different listings. Okay. So it's not the same product. It's not the same ASIN. Again, it is the same product, but it's not. It has a different ASIN. It is treated like a totally separate product on Amazon. So the fact that I am taking it from one part of Amazon and selling it on another part of Amazon does not break that. And not to mention, I am still the lowest on Amazon, right? Sounds suspicious, but great that you can do it. It's not suspicious at all. Anyway. But what you end up with is this big mess that you got to keep up with. That's what I wanted to throw out there. All right, I'm going to take down my share screen just for a second, just to make sure that it hasn't gone stale on me. Yeah, all right. And Critlin says, and hopefully I'm saying that right, I thought all the same product was supposed to be on all the same listing. Yes, in a perfect world, it would be. Go check Doc McStuffin's checkup table. I think there's at least 2, maybe 3 listings for it. There's multiple listings on several things. So in a perfect world, yes, it would all match, but it doesn't. Now I got to figure out how to turn off my screen share. Hang on. Where in the world is the button? I have the wrong screen up. Holy mackerel. All right, everything's just falling apart now. I have all the wrong screens. There we go. Stop share. Harvey, what's going on, man? You want to come on? You got something to say? I can tell. You popped in a couple times. What's happening, dude?
What's up, buddy? I don't have anything to say, man. I'm just here for you, Dwayne.
All right, cool. No,
I'm just out shopping, hanging out.
You care to tell people where you're shopping at? Or is it a top secret location?
Walmart, man.
Oh, I think I've heard of that place.
There's no good sales this week. Till tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no good sales for me anyway. I'm flat broke, so.
Yeah, I'm broke too. I don't even know.
Dude, you get an investor that's
I'm looking for old gift cards right now.
You're looking for gift cards?
Old gift cards in my sourcing backpack.
Go check.
I'm going through like 200 raised gift cards for Walmart, looking for like online orders that weren't fulfilled where there's money still in the gift card.
Nice.
Pathetic.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I got excited when I logged into PayPal and I was like, oh crap, there's money there. Shoot, yeah, let me transfer that over. So it'll take a day or two, but I was pretty excited. Leron said, did you check Doobly? I just transferred my Doobly maybe a week ago, so I don't think there's going to be any there. But yeah, man, Walmart is chock full of stuff right now. I've lived there for about the last week and a half. Actually, probably longer.
It's pretty good. It really is.
It's solid. And I'm telling you, there are products that I'm just walking by and I'm like, I've never seen that. And at this point, if I haven't seen it, it's at least worth checking out. And you're starting to see, dude, I love the term you used. You're starting to see these things pop. And they've finally broken through. Amazon's gone out of stock. The low sellers are out of the picture. And they're selling at a solid 2 to 3x. And it's awesome.
Yeah. I feel like it's a little slower right now than it was last year at this time.
I do too. I looked at my numbers last year, and I'll show my numbers in a minute, but last year, same day, which was like the day after, I think, yeah, December 1st last year was Cyber Monday. So there was a little bit of carryover, but anyway, same day. I feel
like the time is going faster though.
Yeah, Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah, I feel like I'm almost done shipping. But my same day last year was $3,300. I am not going to be that much above that tonight. I think we'll probably end up around 4,000, judging by what I saw a few hours ago. Now I'll see when I log into my account in a minute. But yeah, it's like we're making this mad rush to get everything out today, and I'm looking at the calendar and I'm like, crud, I want to be done in 9 days. Is my cutoff for Christmas shipping? That's crazy. I mean, it just feels like we're at the end of it already. And so somehow it's just beginning and it's coming to an end all at the same time.
The last 2 years, Thanksgiving's been really late. And there'll be people that tell you that makes people more likely to shop online. But that gives people like you and I less of an advantage that are willing to go out and source 24/7 for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Versus 3 weeks or 3 weeks and a couple days. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. If you were in the stores a week ago, which would have been the day before Thanksgiving, there were some things, but it wasn't killer. Now, here we are a week later, and the stores are just chock full. I mean, you can go in and drop several $1,000s very quickly. I mean, it's that Black Friday, and everybody gets excited. And dude, there's only 50 people. We might have some replay catchers, but it's not that many. So I don't think we're going to kill the market. What is Target doing? What's going through their head when they have?
I don't know, because they have the 20% total purchase coupon, but I guess until you told me today, I assume that it started on Sunday, but it starts on Friday. And the big deal there is it exposes 2 weeks of sales to double dipping on a coupon, which is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to get destroyed.
Yeah, man, they're giving you 25% off anyway, right? I mean, isn't it buy one, get one free, or buy one, get one half off?
I don't know. They have enough stuff that is on sale on a weekly basis. This week, they have nothing on sale, basically, compared to the last two.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean with a 20% coupon, you can't hit them Friday and Saturday for what is on sale. And then you come back next week and you hit them with it again for the new sales. And that's not even including the stuff you're going to hit them for that's full retail. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they're so next week
I'll keep buying it.
You're going to have 25% off and 20% off your entire purchase. You're the numbers guy. I don't know what that exactly works out to. What, about 40% probably? Somewhere in that neighborhood, 35, 40% off of regular.
It's a shade over 40.
Okay. Yeah,
that's without a red card. And then what I do is they shut my red card down after one store. So then I always try my red card and let it get declined. And then I throw a fit and get my 5% manually. And then I hit them with gift cards I buy for like 8 to 10% or get gas points with. So, I mean, you can get stuff at 50% off next week, essentially. They're selling over retail right now. So, I mean, you're basically getting it at 40% of what it's selling for, sometimes better.
Yeah.
And it's good stuff too. It's not junk.
No, and that's the safe play. I mean, that's where when you drive down your prices to the point where you can sell at retail and at least break even, maybe even make a little bit of money, there's really no risk. I mean, you're going to get your money back. And, you know, we're coming into the peak of the season. The next 2 weeks should be absolutely nuts. As much backlog and as much frustration as I've felt the last few days, I think is really going to break free over this weekend and next week. So as sales are picking up, Target's going, hey, we're going to have this huge sale for you. So, you know, prices are spiking and they're making things cheaper.
The other thing you can do with Target, since we have a limited audience here, I'll disclose another thing. One of the limiting things about Target is that they're only open 24 hours, right? Versus Walmart, where I can go in there at 3 a.m. and I can just pull stuff out of the boxes when they're putting them on the shelves.
Right.
But Target has holiday hours right now. So instead of closing at 10, they close at 11, or so it closes at 11, they close at 12. Well, it's the same employees, right? So even though they're not supposed to restock until they close, they keep the same routines because they want to get done. So if you hit target in the last 2 hours, half hour that they're open, they hold stuff back. They don't put everything out on a pallet like Walmart. They hold stuff back so that people like us can't come in and buy all of it at once.
Okay.
So you go in there the last half hour, the last hour, they just restock for the next day what's in the back, and you can clean it up right there.
That's awesome. That is an insider tip I never heard, never knew, had no idea. So,
And of course, that's not everywhere, but it's enough places where you can do 2 stores in one night. You can hit one that closes at 11 and one that closes at 12. You know, if you hit 1, 2, or 3 of those a week, you know, fresh inventory that no one else has seen, you can get 6, 8, 10 of something.
yep,
Money, man.
that's huge money. You betcha. It's all about the hustle, you know?
All right, man. I got to jump off. I'm going to go catch the last 10 minutes of my son's basketball practice.
Not much more important.
Thanks for having me on, brother.
All right, man. Anytime. You know, you're one of my favorite guests. So,
I'll see you.
all right, Harvey. Later, man. All right, guys. We are going to get back to the screen share. Hang on just a second. Now I know my screen is stale. There we go. All right. So thanks, Harvey, for that. All right. So here we go. We're going to blow through this real quick because we only have about 8 minutes left. Pending sales. We talked about the MF, the unshipped orders, all that good stuff. That's what I'm going to have to deal with after I get off of the show here. But 7-day sales are looking decent. 39,223. 15-day is 60,900. 30-day is 83,000. I am happy about that. This one I am somewhat happy about. The balance payout of 28,000. Sure would like that money now, though. That would be very nice to have. And Critlin, I wish I knew how to say it. Says I've never had 19 MF orders to ship in one day. This time of year, it's easy to do. You get that hot seller. I actually had to cut it off. Seriously, I put limits. I have more inventory, but that's as many orders as I want to deal with. So this time of year, it can happen. Now, if you choose not to MF, like Harvey said, me neither. Yeah, well, Harvey chooses not to MF at all whatsoever. So, you know, if you choose to MF, you can definitely blow it out of the water that way. But most of mine are MCF. There are a few actual MF orders that I will ship straight to customers. All right, reports, business reports. Let's get into the heart of things here. Let's see what the day's held. Yeah, see, 2,700. Man, that's awful. Not happy. Sales are slow, man. I was really thinking maybe 4,000, but I am kind of disappointed to see 2,700 because you see right here, you know, 2,700 today. Last year, same day, 3,300. And I know the night's not over, but you know, there are just a lot of things. The prices are depressed where I'm not willing to sell at those prices right now. Now, if you're like Goose and you don't mind having a fire sale, you know, you can blow through like thousands of dollars worth of inventory in just a few minutes. But sorry, Goose. But anyway, I think it'll all work out. Month to date, there's really not. I mean, we're only 2 days into it, so 6,000. You know, that's cool. Last month we did just over 80,000 with that big spike, thanks to the Cyber Monday was technically still in November, so we got a nice spike on that day. And actually, let's take a look at a couple of those days. Oh, well, let's look at the year to date first. And year to date, January 1st, we are at 438,000. I think we make 500,000. I'm pretty darn sure of it. But man, it's going to be more of a struggle than I expected. I thought by this time we'd probably be right on the verge of it, but didn't hit the 100,000 that I was hoping for in November. And December's off to a little bit slower start. So, excuse me. And Diana says, people are getting more spoiled to do last minute shopping online because of Prime. Just hope they don't wait too long. Yeah. You know, I think it is really just a waiting game. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't realize this. toys, 99,800. We're almost 100,000 in toys on the year. So, you know, you guys asked about toys, or somebody did earlier. Obviously I sell toys all year long. You know, you have to buy better to be able to sell toys throughout the year. Right now, anybody with a freaking iPhone can go out there and find toys. I mean, they're just so readily available. And if I had money, that's what I'd be doing right now. And I'm out. I got plenty of sales. I got plenty of money coming. I just don't have it in my hand right now. But you see, grocery is second for us at 78,000, and home 43, kitchen 42. So guys, there's money to be made. Shoes 20,000, health and personal care 35,000, clothing 17,000, on and on and on down the list. There is money to be made in all of these categories. You just need to buy right. That's what it all comes down to. You have to get in there and buy at the right price, and you'll be all set. It's not hard. It just takes a little work. That's all. And I choose to do mostly RA. I've done some wholesale. That's probably my second highest. So RA is the majority, wholesale second, and then OA and flips and that kind of stuff. Edie said, go get a small loan, Dwayne, pay it back on payday. Nah, not worth it. Thank you, though. No, Amazon offered me another loan. I'm not taking that one either. They actually lowered it. My last one was $59,000. They're like, well, how about $51,000? I said, nah, I don't think I want any loans. It's just part of life. It's the way I do things. Let's see. SCR said, I had Prime customer buy a Thanksgiving Day food item. Amazon didn't get it to them till a day late, and they left a 1-star. See if you can get that erased with it being FBA. Okay. Yeah. And SCR, he or she said, I had that removed, but it sucks for Prime. Yeah. For the Prime shipping. Yeah. You know, sometimes Amazon drops the ball. Sometimes UPS drops the ball. UPS dropped the ball by not picking up my stuff on Black Friday. I won't. We don't have time to get into that story. Maybe next week. But yeah, they made me mad. They were supposed to pick up on Friday, never showed up. Supposed to pick up on Saturday to make up for the fact they didn't pick up on Friday, never showed up. Finally, my stuff went out Monday. That's killer this time of year. I was livid. All right, so we did have a nice little stretch, though. Let's go over a couple of these days. In November, Black Friday, the 27th. We had a solid day. I think it was about 6,000. Yep, 6178. So that, at the time, that was our second best day ever. And then 28th, we came back and had 5,700. That was nice. That Sunday was huge. I don't know what happened on Sunday, why everybody got all excited about buying, but we jumped up to 7,600. So those were the kind of days that I was kind of expecting coming into December, because this is all the end of Thanksgiving, of November, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, right on through Cyber Monday, which was on the 30th. And we had a spectacular day where we reached our all-time high for single-day sales of $11,432. I was ecstatic about that. So I was very happy with the 11,000. So that's kind of the numbers. We'll see how things play out as we get more into it, as the season progresses. If sales aren't where you expect them, which for me they are not yet, don't panic, don't freak out, don't sell your inventory, and don't quit and go get a regular job or anything drastic, crazy, insane like that. Take a deep breath, realize we're just in the beginning of the truly hot season. So things are going to pick up. I think really the next 2 weeks are going to be huge. And, if I'm wrong, I apologize. But that's how I see things. And that's why I'm holding my prices high, because while I may not be doing the volume that I expected to, every single item that I sell is getting the profits that I expected it to. So It's just that to me is what's important right now. There's no reason for me to drop prices. Okay, my payouts on Friday. Very little price dropping is going to matter. So why would I do that? So I'm holding high. I'm going to look to somewhere between the 10th and 15th. Sarah says December 14th to the 17th was their busiest day last year, days. Yeah, Michael Flanagan says, remember how hard you work to get the product, to get as much as you can for it. I agree with all those sentiments. To me, I'm the fast turn guy, right? I'm the turn it, burn it, get it in, get it sold, get your money back, do it again. This is the one time a year I will hold my prices very high and wait, because you can always drop. I promise you, the minute you get in the buy box, your stuff is going to fly out the door, okay? There is not a velocity issue right now. There is a pricing issue, at least for me. So it's not that, oh my God, you're going to get stuck with this inventory. No, if you want to move inventory, you just get in the buy box, it's going to fly out the door. Do I want to sell something for a $2 profit? No, I don't. $5 profit when I paid, and that's another thing. I've seen a lot more 15 for $5 this year than I remember in the past. And I think part of that is the fee structure. Again, buying for 15, selling for 30 in the past was about a $7 return. Now it's about a $5 return. And I've seen a lot of 15 for 5s, 60 for 20, which is that same exact ratio. I'm seeing a lot more of that in the sales that I have just decided, okay, I'm good with that because I'm going to sell 20 of them in a day. But that's a big switch from the 15 for 32, 35 that I at least in my mind remember seeing last year. So I think prices are still depressed a little bit. So I'm holding higher for most of it. Ask Auguste about getting the buy box and moving some product. Yeah. He went through 72 units in an hour. Okay. Velocity is not an issue right now. That is not your problem. So hold your prices high. Even toys that are ranked 100,000 are selling several units a day. Okay. Keep that in mind. 100,000 is usually like a sale every 2 days. Right now, that's a few sales a day. It's a different time of year, guys. So just something to think about as your pricing and what your strategy is going forward. I can't believe it's already 9 o'clock. I have to get on these MF orders. Got to get business taken care of. Still got a long night ahead of me. So, guys, if there's no more questions, be careful, though, up to 15 minutes to get out of the buy box. That's true, SER. Once you're in the buy box, just repricing to get out of it, not necessarily going to happen. It can take a few minutes to get you out. But, all right, guys, and let me take my screen off, I guess. Stop screen share. Thank you so much. I can't believe how fast this hour has gone by, but it's been awesome. It's Q4. It's coming. I think next week at this time we're going to talk, and it is going to be absolutely raining. Somebody asked me that, are you going to make it rain tonight? I shared what was going on. But, yeah, this time next week it's going to be raining hard. I mean, it's coming. The floodgates are about to open. So, everybody, hold your prices high. Have faith. This stuff is going to sell. Those low sellers are going to go out. Amazon is starting to run out on items. And if you see Amazon running out, those are the items to jump on. That's the stuff that's going to go over retail. So follow those rabbit trails, guys. Go make money. We have about a week and a half of solid ship time to go make serious cash. So get off your butts. If you have money in your pocket, I'm kind of broke, but if you have money in your pocket, go bust your butt, get those products, make that money. This is the time of year to do it. Guys, I will see you next week. I think we'll have a little bit different conversation. It's still going to be about Q4, but I think it's going to be the upside of Q4, not this slow junk that's going on right now. Have a great night. Shauna, Sarah, Leron, John, Edie, everybody else. Thank you guys. Donnie, appreciate everyone that joined us live. I will have the cap fixed. Sorry, I did not know it was capped at 50 people. I will have that fixed for next week so we can get our normal 100 seats back. And until then, have a prosperous week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.